Hi, we're Mark and Bev, a semi-retired couple from the UK who very recently discovered the joys of part-time van life, which we now make the most of in our 14-year-old camper van that we affectionately call Pete, and along with our two mad Jack Russells, Mac and Lucy, we're just learning to slow down and enjoy a more relaxed pace of life. And this weekend we've travelled up to the Yorkshire Dales, where we're starting to explore around the beautiful town of Grassington. We stayed at the Wharfdale Caravan and Motorhub Club site and absolutely loved it. It's peaceful, surrounded by trees and some dry stone walls, and it feels properly tucked away in the Dales. There's loads of lovely walks straight from the site. You can get down into Grassington, over to Linton Falls, or even further if you're feeling adventurous. It's the perfect base if you like to leave the van parked up and head out on foot with your boots, your dogs and your flask.
You can let your dogs off, but our dogs would be under.
Yeah, they'd get under, wouldn't they? Especially with the rabbits. Yeah, I can see. Oh, he's burrowing.
Let's just have a look, see what's going on. See the quarry over there?
Look at the way her lead is on her head. Well, if you just pull them... Oh no.
I don't think it's going to work.
I thought they'd have gone the right way round. Damn dogs. How long did that fleece come off for?
About 5 minutes. I think because you've got clear skies and the sun's going down, I think the temperature's going to drop rapidly.
Stunning views.
What, me taking my clothes off?
My hands are a bit chilly. It's beautiful. But the sun's going down, it's definitely getting a bit chillier. My body's warm enough, but bloody hell my hands are cold. I suppose I have to keep remembering, it is still only early April. Look at that view, Mark.
Yeah.
Oh no!
Nightmare.
You take the dogs out for a walk. We ended doing the flippin' can.
Because the sun's setting over there.
Do you know, I'd have walked straight past there. I was looking ahead at that lovely view. What are they? Lime kilns. The village of what?
Freshfield.
Freshfield, okay.
And it was the old Hall Inn.
But it's closed.
Yeah, there's a review 8 months ago saying it's fantastic, but apparently it's closed now.
That's a shame.
Yes.
Very gorgeous, isn't it? Very gorgeous. Gorgeous.
Apparently we've just passed it, so it must be down there.
There's a public footpath there. Is that what we're looking for?
Be coming back on. Yes, it's down here. They've got rubber bands around their tails so the tails will drop off. It stops the blood flow. You look at the one nearest us. You see how the end of the tail.
Yeah. I know the dogs won't bother the sheep, but I wouldn't want to spook the mums. And those lambs are very young, aren't they?
Oh, days old. Some have come out today.
I think let's leave them be. We'll go back that way and across, I think. Babies, aren't they? Proper babies. think she said I'm sure she said they're good for dogs. When we checked in, I'm sure the lady at reception said dogs are okay. Cheers.
Cheers.
That's good countryside practice. Make sure you shut the gate after you so the wildlife doesn't get through. Good morning. Right, tell the people where we are and where we're going.
So we're at Grassington and we're going to do a southern small loop that follows the river, and then we're going to do a northern higher loop that goes to a village that I've forgotten the name of.
You're rubbish at this.
Well, you don't tell me what you're going to ask. If you can tell me what you're going to ask.
Right, we need to rehearse more. Look at that view behind. That is just stunning, isn't it? So we've parked in the car park. There's loads, ample room in the car park. Is it £6?
£6 for anything over 2 hours, up to 24 hours.
So what is it up for 2 hours? Up to 2 hours.
Do you know what? I can't remember.
Okay, but well, we're going to be more than 2 hours anyway.
Yes.
It's absolutely beautiful. I think it's going to get up to about 16 degrees today, so it's a bit chilly. It's one of those days when you don't really know what to wear. I've got 3 layers in my bag, 2 layers on, and I have a feeling throughout the day I'm going to be on off with clothes.
Well, I've got a kitchen sink and a portaloo, just in case.
Right, anyway, let's go. We'll take you on the journey. Come on then, let's go. Oh, I just did that thing where you step and the floor isn't where you think it is.
Don't you that?
Yeah. Nestled in the heart of the Yorkshire Dales, Grassington is an absolutely picture-perfect market town brimming with charm and character. The cobbled streets, stone cottages and cosy tea rooms invite you to slow down and soak in the old world atmosphere. Once a bustling lead mining centre, the village now draws walkers, artists and history lovers alike. It's surrounded by stunning countryside with scenic walks along the river wharf and dramatic limestone landscapes just a stone's throw away. Apparently Grassington also hosts a lively annual Dickensian festival, transforming the town into a scene straight out of Victorian England. So whether you want views, history or just a proper Yorkshire brew, Grassington won't disappoint. So we're kind of meandering because every time Mark finds a walk we see something else we'd like to see, and you just popped at the visitor centre, and what'd you say?
Yeah, so she said that when you get to the 3/4 points of the river loop, which we're at now, we can take a diversion and follow the river further, and it takes us into a large woods, so we're thinking of doing that.
Yeah, so that's basically, if I turn you around, so we're kind of on the just come over the bridge. Wait, you see the traffic coming. And on the left-hand side, is it called
Wood Lane.
Wood Lane? Yeah, so there's a sign here, Wood Lane, and that's where we'll come back down there. But I think we're crossing over this field, aren't we, towards where those people are in the
So
distance.
that takes us down to the river's edge, and if you follow it around to your right, you can see a large woods in the distance there. We're going to pop out there and then do a loop back around here. That's the plan.
Yeah, okay, let's do that. There's so much to see.
Not
it's
what
beautiful.
we'd planned, but keeps us out of the sun and prevents too much climb
Yeah,
for
and
your
we've
old
just-
knees.
For my old knees. I think they might be getting a bit stronger. Right, okay, let's go.
Double trouble.
Hopefully we've worn them out enough that they'll behave. Let's hope so.
So yes, there's a bus. It's whether or not they've got it. There's a menu there.
Do you want to go and have a look? Where do you want to?
Well, have a look at the light bites and see if there's anything you like. She's got around.
How? Why? Do you know what? It feels like a summer's day. It's about 16 degrees. We've been walking, we've probably done about 5 miles, I think. Do you reckon 5 miles? My thing says
Probably
6.
not.
My watch says 6.8 kilometres. What's that in miles?
Okay, so 5k is 3 miles. So yeah, probably 4 miles. Yeah.
Beauty is, we took it really slowly. I think in the winter when it was colder, we were kind of walking quite quickly to keep warm.
Yes.
But today, because the weather's so nice, we had loads of time just to stop and sit and just use the drone and just really enjoy the moment. And actually, we had plans to do loads today, but I definitely think this is something we need to try and.
Well, we were going to do a different walk.
But we're going to do a different walk, then we were going to get back, then we were going to jump in the van, and then we were going to go somewhere else.
Oh, okay.
But I think we need to remember and learn to slow right down. We've got loads of time. And I think I have this mindset whereby we're only here for 3 days, we've got to do everything, and it's only 3 hours away. So if we come back every other week, eventually we'll see lots of places, won't we?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
we've done the things closest to the campsite. Next time we can do things a little bit further from the campsite, but still in this area. The area has a lot to offer.
Yeah.
Campsite's nice as well, isn't
Yeah,
it?
the campsite's lovely actually.
Quite busy, but nice.
I think so. Again, we've had the van since November. I wish I had the wide-angled lens. I can't get us both in. I don't know if you can squeeze in a wee bit.
Oh, don't worry about getting me in.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
camera shy.
No, come on, you're not. We've not really done any campsites in season because we got in November, and every time we've been on a campsite, it's been, I wouldn't say it's been empty, but it's been quiet, hasn't it?
Only a quarter full, perhaps.
Well, I think sometimes a bit more than that, but there's never been any children. When we got on the site yesterday, it was quite funny actually. When we got to the site, and I went to reception to check in, and there was a lady there. Came in, she was a bit agitated. She said, "It's like a labyrinth around here and there's children everywhere. Can you open the gate so we can go back round and find somewhere without children?" So off she stormed. She was a bit rude. Well, a bit agitated, I suppose, rather than rude.
She says it's a labyrinth, that's why they gave her a map.
Yeah.
And it wasn't that difficult.
No. Anyway, once she'd left, the lady at reception went, "Ooh, apparently it's a labyrinth." She said, "We've only got 6 children on the whole site." So anyway, it is the first time we've been on a campsite where there have been children, and I have to be honest, when that lady said there's children everywhere, my heart did sink just a little bit. But actually, the caravan next to us has got kids. They are just, we've heard them. They're not making a nuisance either, they're just kids having fun. But they've not been stupidly loud or anything.
But we haven't heard them when they're next to us. We can hear them when they go down to the children's play area.
Yeah, they're not noisy next to us, just we can hear them from the play area. What is really interesting and very funny is that we went sort of around the site and found somewhere. We happened to be next to a caravan with children, not a problem at all. But oh God, you tell it because I can't.
There was a lady who didn't like children and couldn't navigate around the labyrinth. They parked up somewhere, not realising it was only 1 row away from the children's play area, which has children in it from 8 in the morning till 8 at night.
Oh, we shouldn't laugh. But it's the Easter holidays for a lot of the country. You know, my granddaughter's on her Easter holidays at the minute. I know the schools sometimes have different weeks, so not everybody will be on holiday this week. But you come away on Easter week, you can Easter holidays, you expect children to be there. I think it's a bit unrealistic to go on a campsite and not expect to see children. But anyway, we're having a lovely time. We've just ordered some lunch, although it's getting quite late now, it must be about 2:30. And if the weather stays like this, want to have a barbecue?
Yeah, we're going to have a barbecue tonight if it's still warm enough when we get back. But you won't be hungry by the time we get back, because you've eaten.
Oh, we will. I'm not having much, I'm only having a bit of salad.
Okay.
But he wouldn't let me have a barbecue last night.
It was 8 o'clock at night.
It was 8 o'clock and it said it was too cold.
We fell out of the pub at 8 o'clock at night and it was getting cold and it was dark and she wanted to have a barbecue outside.
We didn't fall out.
No, we fell out of the pub, drunk.
We would not. I had half a beer, you had a pint.
And we got to the campsite and there wasn't a person to be seen because we were all tucked up in their warm caravans and you wanted to get the barbecue out and sit outside.
He's got no sense of adventure, that's the problem. He also gets cold a lot easier than I do, to be fair. But we will tonight because it's 16 degrees and I think it's going to be warm. It was definitely getting warmer in the evening last night than it was in the day, so I'm hoping it might
We arrived at 2 and it was 9 degrees and by 5 o'clock it was about 13 degrees. It got warmer.
So all things considered, we are barbecuing tonight. If you think Grassington looks familiar, you're possibly a fan of All Creatures Great and Small, and in the recent Channel 5 remake, this charming Dales village became the fictional town of Darrowby, home to James Herriot, the country vet. The production team transforms the square with vintage shop fronts, old cars and all the little period details that bring the 1930s to life. What did you go for? Rum and raisin?
I've got myself a mint chocolate and a banoffee. What do you want? Are you going to go get yours?
Get that ice cream over here. Thank you very much. Oh, it's dripping already.
Yeah, I got a couple of tissues here. Really small though, so you need to eat quickly.
It's not unusual to catch a bit of filming going on and to spot locals playing extras. Fans of the series come from all over to wander these streets, and it's easy to see why. With its cobbled lanes and stone cottages, Grassington really does feel like you've stepped right back into the world of James Herriot. Look at that diddy tiny one, look at him! Oh,
it's late to this
come
game.
on, catch up!
As the daddy tomato sauce said to the baby tomato sauce, ketchup. That's where we went.
Oh yeah, let's have a look. That's where we walked, so we're over the bridge. Oh, and look, the traffic lights have stopped just nicely for me to film. Very nice. It's a bit sunny here. I'll be honest, I don't think many things would top Castleton, and I know we saw Castleton in bad weather. And, well, it wasn't bad, but it was just before Christmas. It was cold, so maybe we need to go on a warmer day, but I honestly think this is the nicest place we've been to in the van.
It was so scenic. There's so many different aspects to the scenery. It was beautiful.
We literally haven't got out of Grassington. There was enough to do for the whole day, just staying a couple of miles from the campsite.
Yes.
Absolutely beautiful. I have to say, I know you took a little bit of persuading to get the camper van. I know you weren't really that keen when I suggested it a year ago, but I think you've got the bug, haven't you?
Yes. I've always struggled to know what to do with my weekends. Because I don't like, I love doing this.
Well, you don't like sort of wandering around shops and stuff like that. You like to be active and doing stuff. But so that was why I was surprised that you didn't really want to get into the camper van thing. But I think you also like your creature comforts though, don't you?
I couldn't relate to it until I saw people on YouTube, and my experience of it was the old couple at the end of the cul-de-sac who went away and just stayed in the campsite. I thought, why? I hadn't realised getting out and walking in the countryside was just so nice.
It's brilliant. And I don't think we had caravan holidays as a kid, but it was going up to Inverness, well, to the Black Isle, the north of Inverness, in a static caravan, and you stayed there, and I loved it. I absolutely loved it. But I didn't realise when you're in a camper van, and I guess in a touring caravan as well, although caravans really don't appeal to me, the fact that you're on a campsite very often, take it he's a learner, very often right in the middle of beautiful countryside. It's been a bit of a revelation, and I think with the weather getting better, because we've only really experienced this so far in the winter, with the weather getting better, it's been a completely different experience again, and we've loved what we've done so far, and it's just getting better and better. I think, you know, in terms of being early-ish retired, semi-retired, I genuinely can't think of a better way. Sorry, a bit distracted by tractors and things going on.
I thought you might have let us out, but actually,
no,
it didn't really matter.
I genuinely can't think of a better pastime in your retirement. It's got so many benefits. You're seeing places you've never seen before. You're getting right into the heart of the countryside. You're doing activities that are keeping you active and fit. It's got so many benefits. I'm loving it. Absolutely loving it. So we've just left Grassington. We're just driving back to the campsite, and I think we're probably gonna. Oh, that's getting narrow. Oh, I think, yeah. Ooh. Oh, you're gonna have to wait, darling.
I think we could have got through quite easily, but as I was at the widest point, I thought I'd wait.
It is very tight.
It's tight there.
Very tight. And they're not letting you through.
Well, the bike's okay. The bike can manage. Well, I'm the wide thing, stopping everyone else. Why should everyone else stop for me?
That's true. Okay. So, anyway, we are heading back to the campsite. I think, are we going to take a walk and look at that
later.
quarry?
Yes.
So I think we should just chill, get the camp seats out, the chairs out, put the awning out, get settled.
Crack a beer.
Oh, okay, if you must. And then have a little wander, because there's a quarry at the back of the campsite that we noticed yesterday, but we were walking in a different direction. Is this it? Yes, this is it. So I think we're going to go and have a look at this quarry.
And this has a nice gamekeeper's pub in.
Yeah, the gamekeeper's inn.
And it's easy walking distance from the campsite through these beautiful scenic forests, as you can see around me, or not. But yes, there's nice beer as well.
It was nice,
I quite wouldn't mind every evening before we cook our dinner, have a wander up and a beer.
Okay. You can get too much of a good thing, you know. So I think this is what we've kind of been waiting for, isn't it? We've not had the chance to do this, actually get back to the van, sit outside. We did manage to get some chairs, because if you saw our vlog when we went to Hebden Bridge and the Yorkshire Motorhome show, we were looking for seats and we couldn't find any that would be small enough and light enough to fit in the van, but we managed to find a couple. And what are you doing?
Plucking the dog. Look.
Oh, God. You can tell the summer's coming. So we bought these. I don't know how good they'll be. They were dirt cheap. They're made by Rainberg, and they're really light. They fold up really tiny. We don't have a lot of space.
And what garage we've got is difficult to access.
Yeah, but these are really comfortable. I was surprised because they're quite low, and I didn't know if, having dodgy knees, I'd be able to get in and out of them. But actually they're all right. They're not too bad at all, and they're quite comfortable. And I think they were 38 quid for the pair. But we ordered these and I wasn't sure what they were going to be like, if they were going to be a bit low. But actually, I don't know, what do you think?
All right, once you're down in them, it's okay. It's getting up.
So there you go, you got your beer.
Got my beer in the tumbler here. Let Mother sort it out if he comes around here.
The dogs are enjoying it. I think we've worn them out today. So
Name that song.
Quite happy. The only thing is, our van we've reversed in because and the awning and everything is on the other side of the van, so the van is just there. You can't see it; it's outshot. But it's still, what time is it? 4:45. I think the sun's going to come round, but at the minute the van is blocking our sun, so we're on the wrong side of the van at the minute for the awning and everything. But I'm not sure we need the awning out today.
Because we're parked on the southern edge, and the other side of the stone wall are some trees. Though they're not massive, because it's early in the season, the sun is already quite low.
Yeah.
But I think in an hour it would have moved around and we'll have sun that side.
It's definitely comfortable though, isn't it?
Yes. Oh yeah, well, there's hardly any breeze, and it's yeah.
And it's quiet, you know. We mentioned earlier about families having children here, but to be honest, we can hear a few people chatting. I can't hear any kids. I hear lots of bird song.
You know what they're chatting about? They're complaining about that couple recording.
How would they even know? How would they even know? I'll tell you what, this is definitely the retirement life I was
Played
after.
with my drone today.
You did? You got quite adventurous.
Every other time it's been so cold, as soon as we stop to use the drone, you start getting cold. Whereas today was so warm, we stopped and we were comfortable and we spent quite a bit of time. We had the drone out 4, 5, 6 times.
And it was quiet as well. There weren't a lot of people around, although I think the first 3 times you started using it.
I think the drone is a people magnet, because there wasn't a person about, and as soon as we got the drone out and set up, everybody appeared.
Dogs as well. But we'll hopefully get a little bit of good footage from it. That was your Christmas present, so hopefully we'll get lots of use out of it. And let's face it, these days you can't be a vlogger if you don't have a drone. It's compulsory. Do you think they're overused though, drone shots?
Do you?
Do you think they're overused?
No, I don't think so.
Do you know?
I know, every time I see a drone shot, I think it's beautiful. It just gives a different aspect. I think.
Yeah, well, we were saying today actually, whether we use the footage or not, sometimes there might be things that you can't see, you can't get to physically get to see, but you can see them in the distance. Like if you, as long as you can see the drone, you could probably use the drone to give you a better view.
Yes, there's that time you said, what's that big hole in the rocks? And I said, they call that a cave. But actually it was a good couple hundred metres away. And I said, if we really wanted to see it, we could put the drone up and send it over to have a look.
But we didn't.
Yeah. What's that big hole in the rocks called? It's called a cave.
Oh, shut up. Yeah. Ah, that sun is lovely. It's just starting to lose some of its heat.
I should have practiced that joke. I've really messed it up.
You did. You mess every joke up. We did think for this vlog of including a section every time, the dad joke of the week. But Mark, I was going to swear, fluffs up the jokes every single time. I suppose that might add to their charm.
I told the one about the sock on the camera, didn't I?
The sock on the...
Difference between a sock and a camera.
I think you did.
Just in case, what's the difference between a sock and a camera? A sock takes 5 toes and a camera takes 4 toes.
You still can't do a Geordie accent now. Northern accent is hopeless. Guys, we've made an executive decision to move pitch. Where we were shaded by trees, and everybody else was enjoying the beautiful sunshine, and we were freezing our bits off. So we've come right to the very end of the campsite, and we've got this beautiful backdrop behind us. We've got the sun totally not being blocked. So yeah, we're gonna settle down here instead because we've got a couple of days. So the weather's meant to be nice again tomorrow, so there's no point in waiting, and this pitch is free, and we are right at the far end, right in the corner, which is lovely. It's perfect, isn't it?
Well,
much better. We're going to leave it there, guys. Thanks ever so much for watching. The next episode we'll be visiting Bolton Abbey, which is just absolutely beautiful. I hope you'll join us for it. If you've enjoyed this one, do consider giving us a like and hit the subscribe button. It doesn't cost you anything and it really helps our channel. Thanks for that. Take care.